Okay. So a couple of weeks ago, I really up. I'm not sure how many of you guys know this, but this is not my only YouTube channel. I have another channel, my main channel, I guess, if you will, that I make videos in Portuguese. I'm from Brazil, I mentioned this before, and I also have a blog where I've been writing on this blog since I was a teenager. Really, it's a good 15 years now, I think. And because I've been doing it for so long, I've amassed a little bit of an audience, and because of this, sometimes companies reach out to me to send me products for me to review to the people who watch my stuff. A few months ago, I was contacted by Deal Extreme. They're a Chinese retailer. They sell some really cool stuff on their website, and they sent me a drone to make a video review, and it was really cool. And notice I said was. This right here is all that is left from the drone. Yeah. So here's what happened. I got the drone in the mail, and I was super excited to try it out. I've wanted a drone for a long time, but these things can get a little bit expensive, so I thought, you know, I'm already spending enough money with, you know, see? I got enough here as is. Let's slow down with the buying of toys. But they sent me one, and I'm like, awesome. So I took it out to the park to try it out. It was very cold that day, and it was kind of late, so I got like maybe 3 minutes of flying around before my fingers were about to fall off. So packed it all up, back into the car, drove back to the apartment, and I thought, you know what, I'll go tomorrow. I'll go a little bit early, I'll get some footage, it's gonna be awesome. I really miss having something that responds when I move these controls. So I took it to the park again the next day, and it was a little bit early, it was a little bit warmer, it was great. So I started flying this thing around, started making some videos with the camera, and then I'm like, I'm gonna get a little bit higher so I can get better footage up there, still making sure that I was below the, you know, the legal limit or whatever you have to fly below. I'm not going super crazy high, I'm just going a little bit higher, maybe a little bit over the trees so I can see a little bit more of the park. There's nobody in the park, so it's all good. I thought every time in life that I lower my guards and I think everything's good, that's when happens, and I guess I should have known. So I go a little bit, oh this thing just turned on, oh man. Stop playing with my emotions. Nah. What if the drone is flying someplace now? Can you imagine? Nah, let me turn this thing off. I'm getting ahead of myself. So I start flying this thing, and now here's the problem, right? When you're flying these drones, it's really hard to tell which side of the drone is facing forward. So if you think you're bringing the drone closer to you because you think it's facing you, and you mess around with the controls, it starts going a little bit farther. And I noticed that it was trying to, like, I was trying to make it come back to me. It was pretty high up. I'm like, okay, let's bring this thing back. I start trying to bring the drone back to me, and I noticed that it goes in one direction really fast, but I'm trying to steer it back. It's kind of fighting the wind, and I'm like, okay, it's a little bit windier up there. That makes sense. So I'm trying to bring this thing back, but I'm noticing the wind is pushing this drone further and further out of the park where people are, and I'm like, oh. I need to bring this thing back right now. Starts going away and away and away, and I start running. At this point, I'm like, okay, I can't lose this thing. If this thing goes out of my sight, I don't know what, like, you can't. It says in the manual somewhere. I threw it out, but it says in the manual you have to be within the line of sight with that thing at all times. So the thing is going away, and it's going towards people, and I start freaking out. So I start running. As I start running, it was snowy everywhere, so I took a really nasty fall, and it's funny because I have a few things in my pockets, and they just like exploded out of my pockets, like my camera, my keys, like everything just spread everything. And I didn't know whether to like pick everything up or get up and keep like trying to trace the drone so I would know where it would eventually land. But that's the thing, when I came back up, the drone was gone. It was gone. It was gone. I couldn't see it at all, and I started freaking out because I'm thinking, if this thing falls on somebody, it could seriously hurt somebody. What if somebody gets killed? Because that's how I think. If there's a possibility that something could go to the furthest extremes, I believe that that's exactly what's gonna happen. So I'm thinking, okay, the drone is gonna crash through the windshield of a car, and there's like a family of 5 in the car, and there's a box of puppies in the back. It's gonna flip over, hit a guy that's sitting by the sidewalk, and the nearby house is gonna catch on fire. That's how my mind works with these things. So I start walking around trying to find the drone. I can't find it anywhere. I start freaking out because I'm thinking, yeah, for sure somebody's gonna get hurt. And even though I can't see anybody, like, it didn't go that far away that would have hurt somebody like 5 blocks away. If it landed somebody, it'd be directly outside of the park. I don't see anybody in the that seems to be hit by a drone. I imagine if you're hit in the face by a drone, it's a pretty, like, you can tell, like, you're walking down the street and somebody just got owned by a drone in the face, mouth, nose, the whole face area. That's something you would notice, I think. I drove around and I'm looking everywhere, and I still couldn't find the drone or the evidence of somebody who just suffered a dronecide, but I'm still freaking out. So I go back home and I start looking at the news sites. I'm not even making this up. I'm starting looking at the news sites to see if somebody in the Calgary region was just recently killed by a runaway drone. I'm not lying to you. Like, this is not a joke, an exaggeration, nothing. I could not sleep that night. I thought somebody might have gotten seriously hurt. Now I'm gonna go to jail. Can you imagine you go to jail and they ask what you're in for? And you say you killed somebody with a drone? If you think about it, drones are robots. So if the drone kills something and you are controlling the drone, you are a traitor of mankind. You're in the side of the robots. What the f think they do with people who side with robots in prison? Yeah. Yeah, something. They do something, for sure. But nothing happened. Thankfully, nobody got hurt. I lost the drone, which sucks because I had to explain to the guy, hey, by the way, I didn't call him. I don't know why I did this. We text. That drone you sent me, I lost it on the second day. They're really cool about it though, because they still wanted to do work with me. They sent me this Android phone. It's the first time that I'm using an Android phone for an extended period of time, so I'm gonna review this thing and hopefully won't lose it. The funny thing is that a few weeks later, somebody was arrested here in Calgary for flying a drone too close to an airport, which even I know you're not supposed to do. That is some terrorist shit. You don't want to mess around with anything regarding airport security, son. That might be an expensive lesson to learn. But yeah, I'm really bummed out and knocking the lights here again. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I don't think I'll ever own another drone because the stress that I went through thinking that I killed somebody with this thing is just too much for me. But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's too bad that I managed to fly it twice for maybe a total of 6 minutes. It's a real pain. You know what could have been worse though? The camera has a support for like a GoPro, and it comes with like its little, you know, Chinese GoPro knockoff or whatever. And they actually recommended that, you know, you could use your own GoPro and get like better footage and everything. It's like, yeah, you know what? I managed to ruin most everything that I touch. So dollars to donuts that I'm gonna crash this thing on the first go and then destroy whatever is attached to it. So maybe let's not put the $500 camera on it. Let's go with the cheap camera that came with the toy. And it turns out that was a good idea, because I would be mourning the loss of the drone and of my GoPro right now. Probably make for a funnier video though, because I'd be more pissed off, I guess. Anyway, I lost the f***ing drone. Didn't kill anybody, but really sucks. I just got that thing, man. I got to fly it twice. Have you ever lost something right after getting or destroyed it somehow? Tell me so I can feel a little bit better about myself. This is what this is all about. All I do here is say terrible shit about myself so that you guys can help me feel better by saying in the comments that it was worse for you somehow. Some people get mad. Some people get mad when you do that. They share like a story and they're like, oh, that's nothing. And then they tell like a horrible thing that happened to them. Some people feel like they're getting upstaged and they get upset. I like listening to stories like that because I feel less dumb, okay? That's too bad. It was a cool drone. Anyway, that's all the time I have for today. Make sure to subscribe here so you don't miss these videos, because you know what's gonna happen if you don't subscribe? Like a year from now, you're gonna like, oh, I wonder what other stupid thing that Izzy guy did, but guess what? You didn't subscribe, so you can't find me anymore. I'm gone forever. So make sure to subscribe, click somewhere. Just click something. It's gonna, just click something. And that's all the time I have for today. I'm Izzy, and I'm done. One more thing, I'm playing Airsoft next week. Chances are I'm gonna get my eye poked out.